Hello, beautiful souls. I'm Francesca, and we are just going to do a quick collective reading for Cancer season. Cancer season starts June 20th, so happy birthday to all you Cancer signs out there and to everybody else as well, obviously. So, Cancer to me is one of the more emotional signs in the zodiac. And so, when I generally tune into Cancer season, to me, it's all about tending the inner world, tending your emotions, not necessarily going into the weeds of things, but maybe just acknowledging, resting, looking for ways to support and nurture your emotions, your family, your community, and all those yummy connective connection things. All right, so let's dive in. So I already did some pre-shuffling before recording. So just going to ask some simple questions for guidance, insight, bits and bobs of information, anything pertinent to our journey. And as a reminder, take what resonates, leave the rest. If you like this video, share it with your friends, click subscribe, hit that notification bell, all the social things, right? So the first question, as always, is what's the focus point or what's the gift of this Cancer season 2025? So just give it a second here. So what's the gift? What's the focus of our Cancer season? All right. Oh, interesting. We got the Hermit again. So I'm digging it. So that definitely goes along with tending to your inner world. Um, I don't feel like there's necessarily going to be a ton of per se movement externally, not to say there won't be some, but Cancer season to me really is focusing on that internal, your internal world, your internal workings, your emotions. And your emotions obviously are linked to, your emotional body, your mental body, which then affects your physical. So I think it's also a good time to rest, right? The beginning of this year, came on strong, right? So if it feels appropriate to you, take this season to, yeah, just rest, acknowledge, tend to what you need to inside yourself. And don't, for some reason, don't feel bad about it. Like there are times where you need to pull in, and that's okay. The people that love you understand that, right? Okay. I also think it's no coincidence that a lot of people take vacations during Cancer season, June, July, um, because once again, that's the idea of rest, of the reset, right? Okay. So then, is there anything we'll say, what can be released or what's ready to that we're ready to let go of? Once again, this is speaking for the collective. It may not resonate with you. Perfectly fine. Take what does. Don't make anything try to fit. So, what can be released that no longer serves or shifted that no longer serves? All right. Ooh, we got a flipper. All right. Oh, the King of Wands. Interesting. So, all kings to me are masters of their like that's the culmination, right? So we have the King of Wands, and wands are super fiery. This king knows his, and it's a beautiful card, by the way. I didn't mean to not show it there. Um, so if there's something that's ready to shift within you with regards to passion, because I'm not getting it so much a release, I'm getting it's maybe a shift. And maybe taking that first step, the rest with the hermit, then allows for the shift, the transformation of, for some reason, I'm perceiving like, I feel like this really does have to do with a relationship, and maybe it's just a relationship with yourself. It doesn't necessarily have to be an intimate relationship. It could also be a friendship, a business, but usually with wands, to me, it's usually more your intimate, your personal relationships. Um, but the king, I don't know, he knows what he wants. So perhaps after this reflection, there is this then honing in on mm, the next layer or the next level, or allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to go to this next layer, this next level of passion. That's how I see wands are passionate. So I'm digging it. I am digging it. All right. So then what is the gift to receive under this Cancer season or during Cancer season? What is the gift to receive? Presents. Ooh, interesting. The Eight of Pentacles, digging that. So the Eight of Pentacles is, I always interpret that as you are now looking at everything that you've created. Um, and it can be a pause, which I think is interesting that that goes with the hermit, right? And the rest. So I feel like in this sense, the gift to receive is you once again going into your inner world and acknowledging the things that you have done, how you've grown, where you've come from, and just honoring your courage and your perseverance in your own journey. And really just, I think sometimes we can be a little hard on ourselves, especially as we grow and evolve. And we know that there's never an end goal, right? That it is all a journey. And so these pause integration moments are very important to kind of acknowledge. And it's more for the mental body, because the mental body, the brain needs to have a comparison in order to kind of integrate or realize, oh, yeah, the change has occurred. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my mind. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it super correctly, but it's one of those moments where it's a moment of reflection where you're like, okay, this is where I was, this is where I am, this is what has changed. So that's more for like the mental body. But because all the bodies are linked, it's really, once again, that just links so beautifully with that reflection point and be like, ah, so give yourself some street cred, right? Pat yourself on the back for everything that you've accomplished to date. And yes, the journey continues, but sometimes you need those little pep moments, right? Or just a simple acknowledgement and truly honoring all that you've done. All right. So then what is the gift to then give during this Cancer season? This just feels super lovely. Um, okay. What is the gift? Ooh, interesting. So we have the Page of Wands. So we have another wand. Interesting. Pages are often messengers, right? So maybe, oh, I think that just pairs beautifully as I tune into this. So the page can be a messenger, can also be like starting a new phase, moving, which I think really goes well after the resting. You have the king, you have a new level, and now the gift to give is you moving forward, acknowledging like, okay, I'm in a new space. I'm here for it. I'm open to new things to come. And so giving the gift of you continuing, right? Acknowledging, be like, yeah, I got this. And having integrated and acknowledged everything that you have accomplished. Um, yeah, like I said, wants to mirror passion. So perhaps even getting a mm, different awareness of your passion, if that makes sense. All right, I'm digging it. It's funny because normally I was just gonna pull four, but I'm feeling like there's something else that needs to come in. So, we'll say, is there any advice, any insights, any advice for the collective during Cancer season? We got another jumper pants here. The Queen of Swords, interesting. So, Queens once again. Oh, and then we have the Eight of Cups too. That came with that. So interesting because we have two eights. We have the Eight of Pentacles and then the Eight of Cups. Fascinating. And the Queen of Swords, she knows her worth, right? She is very strong-minded, um, and she's very eloquent in her words. So when I tune into that as advice, trusting and knowing when to speak and how to speak it in the most beautiful way so that it is received, right? And so I always say that words, oh, getting misty eyed, whoo, words spoken from the heart are always received by the heart. All right, super beautiful. I'm going to end this here. Absolutely amazing. Cancer season, looking good, feeling good. I hope it is amazing for you. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. Much obliged. I feel like there's a lot of like passion and new level. So leave a little emoji for whatever that means to you, whether it's fire, a star, or a cup, or something along those lines. It'll be enjoyable to see what you come up with. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, share, help spread the love vibes around the world. And until next time, more love vibes to come. Ciao.